Let's be honest, finding skilled, motivated people in hospitality right now can feel, well, next to impossible. But what if I told you there's this incredible pipeline of international talent just ready and waiting to join your team? That pipeline is the J-1 visa program. And today, we're gonna cut through all that red tape and give you a clear roadmap to bringing that talent right to your front door.
If you're a hotel GM or a restaurant owner, you're always looking for an edge. The J-1 program can be that edge, but the very first question that always comes up is, am I actually allowed to do this? Let's get that answered once and for all. Okay, let's just bust the biggest myth right out of the gate. A lot of people think the J-1 program is just for the giants, the huge hotel chains and massive restaurant groups. But the reality? The US Department of State actually designed this program so businesses of all sizes can get in on it. So if you're a cool boutique hotel or an independent restaurant, you're not just in the game, you are a perfect candidate. Now, to really get a handle on the rules, you first have to understand the whole point of the program. Think of it more like a culinary school, not a temp agency. The goal here is genuine career training. It's about teaching and mentoring, not just plugging a hole in the schedule. Once that clicks, all the other rules and regulations start to make a whole lot of sense. Ready to get started on this journey? The first thing we need to do is make sure you have a solid foundation. These next 3 things are what I call the foundational pillars. They are the absolute non-negotiables, the pass-fail requirements that tell you if you're ready to move forward. So what are they? First, we need to show you're a real, legitimate operation. Second, we've got to talk about insurance. And trust me, you're going to want to lean in for this part. And finally, we'll cover the language of training. Let's dive in. First up, the legitimacy check. The government really just wants to know you're not some guy with a big idea and a Gmail account. This means having a real commercial address, no home offices, a professional website, being in business for at least 6 months, and of course, a federal EIN. Pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, this next one is a total deal breaker. Workers' compensation insurance. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about this. The second that intern is on your payroll, they are your employee, and that means they have to be covered by your policy. If you don't have it, you can't participate. It is that simple. And please do not get this confused. It happens all the time. Your intern will have their own mandatory health insurance for, doctor's visits or getting sick. That's totally separate. Your workers' comp policy is for safety on the job. They're 2 completely different things, and you have to provide proof of your policy. All right, last pillar. Let's talk language. Now, even if your kitchen is a beautiful melting pot of different languages, the official supervised training absolutely has to be in English. It's a matter of safety, it ensures clarity, and it's a key part of the cultural exchange experience for your intern. Okay, so your foundation is solid, you're legit, you're insured, you're ready to train in English. Fantastic. Now let's get into a question I hear all the time. Are you big enough? Because when it comes to hosting J-1 interns, size does matter. 3. That's the magic number for smaller businesses looking to host their very first intern. Now why 3? Well, it goes back to that idea of mentorship. With at least 3 full-time US workers on your team, you're proving you have enough staff to properly train and supervise an intern, not just throw them into a vacant spot. What if you have a bigger team? The rule is pretty simple. It's a 1-to-5 ratio. So 1 intern for every 5 of your full-time regular staff members. That means if you're dreaming of bringing in, say, 10 J-1 interns for your busy season, you'll need a solid crew of 50 full-timers to support them. All right, everybody get ready for the biggest, most misunderstood myth in the entire J-1 universe. This is the one that holds back countless amazing small businesses from even trying. The $3 million question. Is it true? Let's settle this right now. The answer is a huge, resounding no. You do not need $3 million in revenue. Here's a better way to think about it. That $3 million mark isn't a wall you have to climb over. It's more like a fast pass. It just lets you skip an extra step in the process. It absolutely does not block you from participating. So the system is broken into 2 simple categories. Take a look. You're a standard host if you have over $3 million in revenue or more than 25 employees. You get that fast pass and skip the site visit. And if you have less than both of those, you're a small business host and you just have 1 extra checkpoint. Either way, you are on the path. So what is this extra step, this site visit? Is it some scary inspection? No, not at all. It's really just a simple verification check. Someone comes by to confirm your business is real, that it's a professional environment, and that it's a safe place for someone to learn. Think of it as a friendly hello, not an interrogation. So far, you've proven you're a great business.
Now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it's the most important part of your whole application. It's the training plan, where you prove you're going to be a great mentor. Say hello to the DS-702. Now, I know it looks like just another government form, but it's so much more than that. It's a promise. It's a contract between you, your intern, and the Department of State that lays out exactly what you're going to teach them. This is where you show everyone you're serious about training. And this is where the magic happens. A key part of the plan is what's called the rotation rule. Basically, an intern can't just do the same one thing for an entire year. You need to guide them through different phases and a real progression of skills from the basics all the way to advanced stuff that will set them up for an amazing career. And let's be crystal clear, this is not a program to get someone to make copies or run errands for you. There's a hard and fast rule called the 20% rule. No more than 20% of their time can be spent on basic clerical tasks. The focus has to be on professional, hands-on training. In fact, some jobs are just completely off the table. Housekeeping, busing, dishwashing, these are not J-1 training positions. Just remember that guiding principle. This whole program is about advanced career training, not filling entry-level jobs. Your intern is making a huge commitment, right? They're traveling across the world to learn from you. So you have to make a commitment back to them. And that means guaranteeing a minimum of 32 hours of training per week, every single week, even when it's the slow season.
So there you have it. It might seem like a lot, but this isn't a wall of red tape designed to stop you. It's a roadmap to success. It's a clear path for turning this checklist into your next incredible new hire and building a team that's more skilled, diverse, and motivated than ever. Your next great team member, maybe your future superstar chef or front office manager, is out there, just an ocean away. The J-1 program is the bridge that can bring them directly to you. The only question left is, are you ready to start building?